Hello Planet Poke people, what is going on? It's me Diogen Z and it's time to play Pokemon Conquest. It's been a couple of episodes and we have conquistadored a couple of areas so far. Under our belts we have Aurora, Ignis, Greenleaf, Fontaine, Violite, and yesterday we added, of course, Yoshimoto's Kingdom, Cresselia. So today, before we enter the next domain for us to be duking it out with the Warlord and trying to take over, is going to be Pugilis. But before we do that, I want to make sure that my team is properly protected, and for that we're gonna have to search the lands and try to find some flying type trainers, some flying type warriors, or psychic type holders, because, well, quite frankly, our team, although beefed up from the many battles we've had, it does not suffice to take on the Pugilis Warlord. He's one that uses the fighting types, so all of our Pokemon as it stands, especially our main warriors, me, Diogen Z, and Oichi, we're not going to do too well with our Eevee and Jigglypuff out there. It doesn't matter if Oichi has the warrior skill to restore our health. Those brutes of muscular force can take us out in one well-placed smack. So we're gonna have to do a couple of training times, I'm hoping we only have to do one episode. If in this episode we can find some good warriors to aid us in the Pugilis battle, then hopefully it can be just one episode. What I think I'll start to do with the training episodes, if they get to be dauntingly long, because I know people have things to do, they don't have all the time in the world to watch Conquest training, I will probably speed up those battles significantly just to get through them, so you all can see how my trainers were raised. I keep saying trainers, I keep thinking of the main RPG, but how my warriors were all raised, and what are my army's configurations. So what we're doing in this battle is something that we've never done before in the game, and that is link with the Pokemon. Actually, have we done it before? I don't think so. No, I think this is really the first time that you have that option available to you, unless I am completely blanking out on another time. But anyway, the way that you link up with those Pokemon is not let them run away from you, first of all. But you have to do a bit of a mini-game event where you hit A when the circles, those charged circles, come at your screen. Let's draw Piplup out of the water. We won't attack it with Seawaddle, but we will draw it up out of the water, because if you do attack a Pokemon that you're trying to link with, of course, he stays in the center and goes for the bubble. Well, that's fine. The next turn, Pansage will be out of his range, and he has to come on land then. But if you attack a Pokemon you're trying to link with as we are now, its link will completely disappear. We're just going to send Seawaddle up here so Piplup can't do any long-distance bubble crap. And you'll have to start all over again from scratch. Now, why would you do that? You have, I think, 2 chances to link up with the Pokemon, 2 times to do that mini-game. One, to see if you can earn the Pokemon's trust completely in one shot, but sometimes you just can't net enough of those orbs, and that's okay. The game is meant to be like that. Even if you get all the orbs, sometimes you won't be fully linked in with them. It depends on that warrior's personal traits and if they really will be compatible with that Pokemon. And you can tell the compatibility level by seeing the metal that is above their heads. Piplup there had a bronze, so the compatibility is meh, it's okay. But now that warrior has a water type on his side, so if he ever wants to go into battle with something different than his Pansage, he now can take the preference. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to find some Pokemon for Oichi and my main character Diogen Z, that's me. We're going to have to find something that will be working well within Pugilis. Maybe there are some wild Starlies roaming around. Maybe that would work pretty well. But there's nobody in Violite. So let's move some warriors there, because I encourage you all to check out... Oh, that was close. I don't want to battle Pugilis just quite yet. You want to be sure that you can check out every area of your kingdom when a new month goes by. I've said this in the past, and this is where it starts to be super important, is that you want to make the most of your turns. You want to make sure that you can train the most, find the most Pokemon, and basically be as productive as possible. And for that to happen, you need to check all your kingdoms to make sure that there's no traveling warriors that you haven't added to your team. I do believe I'm going to try and go for the 100% run of this. Don't know how successful I'll be, but I'm going to give it a shot. And for that to be possible, I'm going to have to convince every warrior on this Ronsei region to join my fight. I don't know if that's even possible. I don't even know. I'm going to have to check Cerebi and look it all over, but I think that will be my main ambition. I've already played the Japanese version. Now let's take it to the next level with the version that I can understand, the English version. Okay, so we will train even the Magikarp. I don't know how many turns it takes, how much linkage it takes to get a Gyarados out of that, but I do recall reading in the comments somebody saying use the code. I didn't know there was a code for this game to get Gyarados, so I will look into that. If these codes work, if these codes are something that are legitimate, and he's not talking action replay or Game Shark codes, I'll give it a shot and see if I could get a Gyarados that way, because Magikarp, really hard to gain any kind of linkage with it. You know, it might just be better to send the Magikarp trainer. I keep saying trainer this episode, that is just my slip up all the time. Warriors! They are warriors! Fierce warriors that travel with their Pokemon. Not like the silly trainers who shove them into balls. Pokeball balls? No. Balls. Pokeballs. But it's very hard for Magikarp to gain any sort of linkage. Maybe we can just send him and his warrior down in the mines. Let them dig it out for gold. And if they are successful, we get some more money, and they also have their link increased. This way we don't have to take Magikarp into battle and waste a slot, waste a turn, because, quite frankly, Magikarp can't do anything but Splash. Splash is not super effective against anything. Even though it's a water-type move, it's a non-effective one. Oh no! The only good part about it is that it has Fortify. That's the warrior skill, at least. So his warrior is making up for his lack of ability. But even with heightened defense, if you've got no offense, you might as well just hop in the lava right now, Magikarp, and fry yourself over, put some breadcrumbs on you, be fish and chips for someone, because you are useless! Oh, but man, imagine if in the anime, James from Team Rocket actually took the time to hold on to that Magikarp and not let it escape and become a Gyarados. Man, things would have been a lot different. Perhaps Pikachu would have been taken already if that Gyarados did work for Team Rocket. But then again, it's Pikachu versus Gyarados, and that's not a very fair fight because we all know how that's going down. Water flying type, quadruply super effective. Oh! Quadruply super effective on a water flying. But speaking of flying types, that's why I just had that shocked reaction. There is a Rufflet right up ahead. And if we defeat its trainer in time, we don't need to rally yet because there's no adjacent Pokemon to us. If we can defeat that Rufflet in less than 4 turns, it is ours! Attack, Piplup! Nope, no good warrior skill to power up your move, so attack! Man, to find a Rufflet this early in the game, when I was playing Nobunaga's Ambition, I never looked around for traveling warriors like this. It's definitely the thing to do. Not only does it make you stronger for your next kingdom encounter, but you find so many cooler Pokemon to add to your army that you didn't even think were around. I'm letting this be somewhat of a surprise in the way that I'm not looking up what Pokemon exactly... Oh, that was a foolish move by me. Great, now all 3 of my Pokemon got damaged, and 2 out of the 3 are super effectively hit by it. Oh well. But I'm not looking at Cerebi to see which Pokemon are available where just quite yet. Maybe I will when I'm looking out to flesh out the final touches of the 100% walkthrough. But I want to discover on my own terms what Pokemon can be found here. And it's cool so far what I've found. Mood Maker. Alright. Nice to have that ability on our side. raises the energy of our team members that are around in that area. Now it's your turn, Pichu. Hopefully you can paralyze it with this one hit. And you know what? We will even power up our move too. So, oh, nice, double. That was about double the power. Ooh, and one more 29 hit, and you're done. Rufflet is ours. It's very enjoyable to travel around the Ronsei region and recruit these new members. It's awfully fun. The one thing that I do wish they could have maybe fleshed out a little bit more was the kingdoms. Now, I know it's not a adventurous RPG or anything like that. It's a turn-based strategy RPG, if anything. And maybe it's best that the developers didn't waste too much time. I don't care if Pichu takes the hit. We need power to take out this Rufflet quickly before it changes its mind and flies out of our range and just delays our time of getting it and its warrior. Oh no. Meanwhile, Piplup just died. Or fainted, I should say. No! It did just what I wanted it not to do! Great. And they're trying to continue to take super effective shots on us. I tell you what, guys, if we can't nail this Rufflet in 4 turns, or even if we do, and our warriors are defeated, we won't get it on our team. The stakes are too high! Oh no. What are you doing? Takayoshi, why? Confusion is awful. Well, nothing to do, I guess, but try and take out this Rufflet with only Pichu. Oh, perfect, good. It's still in the 3-turn limit of when our ability activated, our warrior skill, I should say, not ability, when our warrior skill was activated, and now it's still heightened attack, and he is on our team. So long as we can close the deal, so long as we can defeat the rest of the enemy Pokemon on this field. And there's even another not warlord, but warrior. There's another warrior here with Ralts. If we could get a hold of that, man, that would be supremely awesome. No! Wow, I can't believe that Panpour actually holds on. Oh, not for long. Wow, he's still alive. And confused. That's scary. The reason it's scary is because last time Carnivine was confused, he knocked out half of my team. Or a good chunk of my team's health anyway. I don't know how energy really affects the tide of battle, but what I do know is if you are in a pinch like I am here, a good method of getting out of battle securely, especially when you're trying to keep hold of a warrior and their Pokemon, is to just take up the surrounding area's wild Pokemon by linking with them with your warriors. That will be very advantageous to do. So if you've got a good link with something like a Mareep, then link with it. Get it out of the way. The less Pokemon on the field dealing damage, especially when it comes to Mareep and your water Panpour, your water-type Panpour. Maybe you don't have a water-type, and I wouldn't recommend bringing them to Violite. That was kind of short-sighted thinking on my part. But yes! On the last possible turn, we have Saizo on our team. That makes me incredibly happy. And now it's 3-1, so even though part of our team is confused, the other 2 members are not very affected by this Carnivine. Okay, so we didn't capture all the warriors here. That lady with the Carnivine is going to make it out of here fine and retreat, but she'll be back. Trust me, she'll be back. That's why I really urge you all to consistently check each month that passes to see who the warriors are in your associated kingdoms. Yeah, not very effective, but there's nowhere to run this time. So there's no hope for you. We already did the difficult part, trying to defeat those enemy warriors in under 4 turns, or for 4 turns exactly. Not so broken up about the Carnivine because Takayoshi's, quite frankly, is stronger. So it's no big loss. Pichu! I'm glad that this game does not injure Pichu for attacking. Some games do. I remember it was that way in Melee. Whenever Pichu launched an attack, an electrical attack at least, he too would be damaged. It's like, why would you ever want such a nerfed character in any type of fighting game like that? He can't launch his moves without hurting himself? What kind of abilities or powers is that? Yeah. Oh, that is great, though. 2 out of the 3 warriors, and 2 really spectacularly strong warriors, too. Remember, at the beginning of this episode, I said the reason we need to be training and going around the Ronsei region. Rufflet looks so cute, too. I like the pictures that they have for the Pokemon in this game. Love the unique illustrations, but I pointed out we need to be getting flying types and psychic types because they are this super effective strength we need to take out Pugilis. So that is awesome. Totally got done what I wanted to get done in this episode. So we will see next time, so long as there's no interesting warriors to capture. We'll see about next time, maybe heading to Pugilis. We will have to see. No promises. Next time is a toss-up. I can't tell you what's going to happen. Maybe I'll just work on training Rufflet for now. I think the people over at Pugilis would be foolish to try and take us over at this point, with me occupying so many domains.
Hello there, youngster. I don't think we've met before. I've been researching Pokemon here in the Ronsei region for very long, but it's about time that I thought about retiring. Before I do that, though, I'd like to share some information with your learned young warriors. If there's anything you want to ask about, youngster, go ahead. This man has plenty of time. What do you want to know about? Pokemon have the following stats: attack, defense, and speed. Improving a Pokemon's attack means they can hit enemies harder. Improving defense means they can take more attacks. Fully improving Pokemon's speed makes the moves easier to hit. Got all that? What do you want to know about? Now all Pokemon moves have ranks. Increasing the rank move makes it more easier to achieve bonus effects after performing a move. Look at the number next to the move to see its move rank. To increase a move rank to its maximum level, you will need to achieve 100% link with their Pokemon. Moves whose move ranks are at their maximum level are super powerful, to be sure.
Well, thanks for the information, old dude. I hope you have a good retirement time. Check out one of my many awesome kingdoms I've taken over. Maybe I'll capture you too.